the fact that I'm literally in the bathroom. I wanted to say real quickly, I should never get an advent calendar because I've realized I've forgotten to do my advent calendar in all of these videos. Anyway, I'm also excited because I've already finished my editing for Vlogmas that's coming out the day before you see this one. So Vlogmas day 2. Instead of finishing it like at 2, I'm finished with it now. So now I'm excited because I'm excited to read the whole night, but very excited. I can't wait to read Actor. I can't wait. It's gonna be a long night. It's already almost 2 a.m. But I am currently reading my book. I've only read like 30 pages since we last talked. I'm finding it really hard not to Google stuff. I want to know all the stuff, but I'm trying to not spoil it for myself. I'm finding it very difficult though. Very difficult. My Sunny Angel is missing its body. Like, what? Where did it go? Okay, so I figured while I got ready for work today, I would talk to you guys about my top 10 things of the year. Now, we still have like a month left. Not a month, but like half a month left. So like something changes. Oops. Or also, I didn't think about this like heavily. Like, I'm sure there are things on this list that like beat the stuff. What? I'm sure there's things that aren't on this list that beat the stuff on the list, but like I didn't want it to be like too like, I didn't want to think about it too much because then it would be like too literal, and like this is just 10 things that I thought were like fun to add to my top 10. Ooh, whatever. Okay, so do our makeup while we talk about this. So I am going to be doing a whole nother video at the beginning of next year, I believe. That's like all my favorite books of the year. So expect that. I will tease it a little bit because the first thing I want to talk about is my favorite book of the year / book series of the year, because any reason to mention this book series, I'm gonna do it. And that is Boys of Tommen series. Guys, when I first read this series, I'm talking bawling my eyes out at every single moment of this series. It is such a good series. I haven't stopped thinking about it. Like, the fact that they're like not real people is crazy to me. It is so good. The series is so good. Crying, sobbing, all of the books. Literally, best thing I've ever read. Let's move on. My next favorite thing this year, which I know it came out last year, but it's gonna be the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie was so good. And like, obviously I watched it last year, but I put it as my favorite this year because I've also watched it a lot this year. I've watched Barbie like 5 times this year. It's just so good. It's so beautiful. If you're a woman, you relate to it. Like, I'm pretty sure most women relate to that movie. It's so good. Barbie movie I watched a couple times, and then this movie actually came out this year, Twisters. I've watched Twisters 3 times already, which isn't a lot, but like, it's just now out of theaters, so like, I'm now able to watch it, like stream it, but Twisters is so good. Glenn Powell is kind of like, am I attracted to him or am I not? Am I attracted or am I not? Trying to like figure out the whole time if I'm attracted to him, yes or no. But then the one guy who plays this, who's the guy who plays like the new Superman. Yeah. Anyway, so Twisters was really good, and also all the songs are good. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. I don't care. That song's a banger. That song's a banger. Okay. Next, the Percy Jackson series came out. It is so good. I'm still currently working through the books. I've only read the first 2 books, so like, don't hate on me. But the Percy Jackson series so far has been so accurate, and I think it's a great series. And they actually have the next season coming out next year. I'm very excited about it. Okay, and then okay, for number 5, number 5, the Torture Poets Department. Yeah, that album came out this year. I literally made a video about it, so like me reacting, and I said this in the video. I said, do not take what I say right now to heart, because my opinions will change. And guess what they have? Literally, Torture Poets. Okay, I will admit, I'm still learning some of the songs, so like some of the songs I still don't like, but some of the songs that I said I didn't like in that video, I love now. My favorite song on the album, whatever you want to consider it, is The Black Dog. I love that song. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So that's that. And then another album I've really been liking is Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Now, if you know me at all, you know I don't really like Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't, at least. I didn't like any of her songs. My best friend is actually a huge Sabrina fan. So, like, it was always, like, her trying to get me to like Sabrina Carpenter. And I was like, I don't like her. She just doesn't make the music I like. But now she's switched to, like, pop. And I love me some pop. So, I now like her stuff. That album is so good. That's all the albums. Well, actually, no. Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. That's number 8. So, we'll just move it up. Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. I think it came out this year. If it didn't come out this year, Spilled version came out this year. Scared of My Guitar is such a good song. If you haven't listened to Scared of My Guitar by Olivia, it's so good. And then obviously, I'm going to talk about my Spotify Wrapped in a second, so you'll hear, but like I have a favorite. I have a top 5 songs from Guts. So, hold on. Before we get into before we get into Spotify Wrapped, I wanted to say also another favorite is the perfume by Ari by Ariana. I started using that this year, and when I say it is the best smelling perfume I've ever smelled, like, it is so insanely good. And before we get into Spotify Wrapped, because that's gonna take a second, the last thing, well, second to last thing on my top 10 is the Awala water bottle. Literally, girl, a water bottle. But truly, I have bought so many water bottles. I truly think it's the best water bottle I've had. Okay, now, Spotify Wrapped. That is my last one. Because mainly my top 5 songs, I wanted to talk about my top 5 songs. But also, like, I didn't want to have, like, 15 things on the list. So, we're putting Spotify Wrapped as one singular thing. Because, yeah. So, my Spotify Wrapped. Can you guess who my number 1 artist was? Can you guess? I bet you know. My number 1 artist was obviously Taylor Swift. And then I think it was the order. It was Taylor Swift for artists. It was Taylor Swift, Gracie Abrams, Olivia Rodrigo, 5 Seconds, One Direction, and then 5 Seconds of Summer. And my number 1 song is I Should Hate You by Gracie Abrams. Not only was that my number 1 song, I am the top listener of that song. Okay, so that's kind of depressing. And then number 2 was Tolerated by Taylor Swift. We're not surprised. And then number 3, this actually surprised me. Like, it surprised me, but like it didn't at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. But I was like, oh, like, whenever I listen to it, I don't realize how often I'm listening to it, but, like, now that I think back, I'm like, of course, that's my top 5. We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande. That's number 3. And then number 4, the rest of them, the last 2 were Taylor Swift songs. Number 4 is Mastermind. That one I was surprised by. Like, I know I listened to that song a lot, but there were so many other songs that I was like, I listened to Mastermind more than I listened to that song. So that, I was shocked by that. And then last, about done with my makeup, so perfect timing. Last but certainly not least is My Tears Ricochet. That's my last song. That one I'm not surprised about. Like, the main thing was I became obsessed. The way I became obsessed with Taylor Swift was through the Eras Tour movie last year. But yeah, those are my top 5 songs. That's my Spotify Wrapped. I guess we're done with our makeup, I guess. And yeah, that was my top 10 things of the year. My top 10 favorites. Loosely my top 10 favorites. Guys, I can't even begin to describe how much I want to wear this outfit to work. Like, full on, like, cozy. You can't even see I'm wearing fuzzy slippers. They're bunnies. They're bunnies. Hold on. Here we go. Wait. Look. You know what I mean? Weird angle, guys. Okay. I'm thinking space buns tonight. What do you think, guys? Check the back of my head. This is them. They're not perfect, literally, by any means or